Hello guys, I have just seen Suicide Squad. Literally less than 20 minutes ago I saw Suicide Squad. So the movie has been getting a lot of flack, you know, before I actually went and saw it. Of course I've seen all the critics' opinions and I've seen all the fanboys' opinion, you know. This movie is not bad, it's amazing. This movie sucks. I've seen a lot of that. So now you're probably wondering, where do I stand? Well, now before you all go and dislike this video, I didn't hate the movie. I didn't love the movie, far from it actually. I thought the movie was very mediocre, but I'm gonna explain why. But I don't want to start with all the negative shit, because if you are a fan of this movie, then you don't want to hear me complain about it. So let's start talking about the positives, and then you can leave if you love the movie. I thought most of the characters were pretty good. I liked Harley, I liked Deadshot, I even liked El Diablo, who I did not expect to like, because when I first saw, you know, the whole reveal picture of all of them, I thought, you know, who's this dude? And then he ended up becoming a likable character because of his tragic past. Captain Boomerang was mostly in there for just, you know, comic relief, but I thought that his comic relief actually fit for the movie. This is definitely the most, you know, comedic DC movie so far. Harley, Deadshot, Captain Boomerang, El Diablo, those are the main ones that I liked in this movie. I thought Deadshot was a great character. I don't think he has a child in the comics, but I definitely think like it gave this version of it gave this version of Deadshot a bit more sympathy, and I honestly really liked it. I thought Will Smith did pretty good as Deadshot. I thought he was a great main character. Obviously, like Harley and Deadshot are, you know, they're the main Suicide Squad because they got the longest flashback / you know, talkabouts. I like this version of Harley, but I didn't expect her to be like this in love with the Joker. I thought that this version of Harley was gonna be, you know, the more like independent of the Joker, since Batman has existed for 20 years and, you know, people change over time. But no, she's still very much, you know, the Harley Quinn that's in love with the Joker. Speaking of Joker, let's talk about Jared Leto. I thought Jared Leto did like quite good for what he for the bit that he had. Obviously, this Joker is very much Harley's Joker, very much like the Joker from Harley's point of view, I felt like. Because otherwise, I'm not really sure I like what they did with Harley and Joker's, you know, romance. Because I like it a lot more when Joker isn't actually in love with Harley, he's just using Harley, because that's what Joker does. But this version of Joker really seemed, you know, in love with Harley, and who knows, maybe that's all a ploy. I did like in the flashback in Ace Chemicals that he was tricking, you know, for her to kill herself, basically, by falling into the chemicals, and then he thought, you know, fuck it, okay, I'm gonna save her anyways. I like that. But yeah, I did like Jared Leto's Joker. Still don't like the tattoos, they didn't explain the tattoos at all. But hey, I gotta admit, his eyes are very piercing, so you don't really focus on the damaged tattoo while watching the movie. I was just like staring into his deep eyes. I'm gonna talk about the movie as a whole now because it's just like flowing in my mind. The movie was a bit of a mess. I'm sorry. Not character-wise, not filmmaker-wise. I like the characters in the movie. I like the DC characters in this movie. As a fan of DC Comics and Marvel Comics, but this is DC, I like the characters. I didn't really like the movie that the characters were in. I mean, let's start with the main problem, the editing. What the fuck? Like, the way that they introduced the characters felt very jarring. The way that they, like, it's basically like 4 different like short films in the first 20 minutes. Just like, here's Deadshot, here's some music for Deadshot, here's what Deadshot does, here's Batman, here's Harley, here's the music for Harley, here's what her and Joker does, here's Batman. Not to complain about Batman, I really like that Batman was in this movie. I almost wish that he was in more. It felt like 2 completely different cuts. Like in the first half of the movie, just like bam, 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 look at us, we're so cool. In the second / final act, because there isn't a third act in this movie, it just goes from here are the characters, oh, one of the characters is a villain, explosions! Now they gotta stop her. The whole goal was for them to get inside a building to get a person who happened to be Waller, which to me, I was just like, what? Didn't you bring these people together to defeat her? You brought them together to get a guy? Oh, but it was just a trick, so now you gotta stop, like... what? Like, it's a very Suicide Squad move, you know, for them to be tricked to doing something else, but they should have explained that a bit more, because, like, I was just like, wait, why is Waller there? Isn't Waller, like, what? I feel like even if you are a fan of this movie, you can admit that it had severe editing problems. It almost felt like the marketing team, like the guys who made the trailers, made like the first half of this movie or something. The whole villain plot was just so... just like, okay, she's a member of us. Oh, she's not a member of us. She's gonna destroy everything. She has a brother. Come on, brother, let's kill everyone. Let's destroy the world. The whole destroying the world thing was just so... it was just so fucking... It was so tiring. I'm sorry, but it was so tiring. They didn't even have to do that. They could have just said, like, I'm gonna destroy this city. And the only thing you would have missed out was, like, TV screens showing destruction. But yeah, so my main problem with the movie is the editing. I thought the actors did fine with what they were given. I'm not gonna blame any of this on the director. I'm not gonna blame it on the actors. This movie, the fault of this movie, it's obviously Warner Brothers. Because what the fuck are they doing? I don't get what Warner Brothers are doing, because they're ruining their own movies by getting involved and just like changing everything. Because now we heard that there were two different versions, like, and then they mixed the versions. It's like, whew. If it is announced that the Joker and Harley are in, you know, the standalone Batman movie in 2018, I will definitely watch Suicide Squad again. So yeah, good characters, fun characters inside a movie that I didn't really like. Could you imagine them doing like an Assault on Arkham, which was basically the Suicide Squad movie. Assault on Arkham, live action adaptation. That would be fucking incredible. That would be so cool. Obviously, the more you hear me talk, the more you think I just hated the movie. I hope that the characters can continue on, like in other DC movies. I would really like to see this version of Joker and Harley like return, because I thought that they were good. I would really like, you know, Deadshot to return. He was also good. Captain Boomerang could be a fun one-off thing for the Flash movie again. Oh, I haven't mentioned, like, Rick Flag, really forgettable. Really didn't care about him. Also, yeah, the fact they saved her. The fact that she was alive again. It's like, ugh. I hate that so much, because Marvel does that all the fucking time in their movies, and it's beginning to be so irritating. If you're gonna kill someone off, kill them the fuck off. I hate the whole, they're dead, but they're not. Just like, fuck off. Let them die. It's like, it was the same with Rhodey in Civil War. Just like, really? He had to only break his legs, he couldn't just be dead? Wouldn't that just feel so much more dramatic? And let's see, you never know, they might release an extended or like director's cut of this movie. It wouldn't surprise me, honestly. I'm so worried for Wonder Woman, because like the trailer looked good, the trailer for Suicide Squad have all looked great. God damn it, don't ruin Wonder Woman, Warner Brothers, please. But yeah, that's it for me. What did you think about Suicide Squad? Did you really like it? Did you not like it? Are you in the middle? Sort of like I am, even though it seems like I'm hating on the movie. I'm not hating on the movie, guys. But tell me what you thought about Suicide Squad in the comments, and if you disagree with my opinion, you can say so also in a civil matter in the comments. That would be also completely fine. But yeah, Suicide Squad, yeah. It's a movie. Goodbye.